Welcome back to the Eclectic Collection. Today we have episode 21, The Red Crayon. What is the Red Crayon, you might ask? Well, let me just tell you. When you're a little kid and you're in kindergarten and you're coloring and everything's cool and life couldn't be better, there's that notion that everybody suddenly needs the same color, and people start to get crazy because they're like, do you have any blues? I need a blue. Do you have a purple one? I need a purple one. And people start to get a little nutty. As you get older in life, the red crayon starts to translate into just because you're using a thing, have a thing, own a thing, people start to covet or notice that thing. And just because you have it, they want it, which is probably the worst reason to want anything. So in my family, in my world, we jokingly call it the red crayon effect because you're constantly unaware that you want this thing. You almost don't even think about it. It's not like, say a friend bought a new pair of shoes and you're like, oh, they look really cool. You might want them too, but you really only want them because you see them on your friend. It's not that you actively thought about this and want the thing, but somebody gets something new, has something new, and usually it's in front of you and it's an immediate thing. Like you see it and you almost like knee-jerk reaction want it at that moment, and it is an insatiable thirst that you want to quench immediately. Like, you bought those earrings? I want those earrings. You have the red crayon? I need the red crayon. I need a red crayon. Give me the red crayon. And you generally want that thing and want to keep it and hang on to it. Not foolproof, but good rule of thumb. And it's not a jealous thing. It's not necessarily applicable to all of their possessions or any whole gamut of things that belong to a specific person. It's more like a targeted item that might have been, in your opinion, dangled in front of you, or the new shiny toy kind of a thing, and you just specifically want that or are interested in that. It's not even that you really want it. You only want it because the other person has it and you happen to see it. My dogs do this all the time. Murphy dog likes to play. He's a little puppy still, even though he's a mutant and grew to 25 pounds. We won't talk about that. Oh yeah, he won't be bigger than 10. Side note. But anyhow, Mindy's 14. She's not having it. So a lot of times if Murphy's playing with his little toy, she starts barking at him, or she'll want it. Or if I'm playing fetch with him, she'll want it. Or just doesn't want him to have it. Granted, that's in dog world, but people do this all the time. My mother is a notorious culprit of this. She'll see something, especially on TV, and I'm like, Mom, you're cute, I love you, but that's located in the fictional section of the library. Like, just because you saw it on a set of a TV screen doesn't mean that it necessarily exists or that we have to have it. So she's funny like that. A lot of people are. I mean, we all are. There's definitely things we've seen and we're like, oh, that's cool. But it's not an advertising situation where they're trying to entice you to buy it or get it or do it. It's not that. And it could be an experience, or usually it's an item. But typically, somebody has a thing and they just saw it. And it's not even that they're showing it off to you. It's just in passing. And then that person fixates on it and it becomes the red crayon. You have to have it. You want it. So I guess my 2 cents is really try to be happy with what you have, because no one really gets what they think they're going to get. That's kind of an anticipatory thing. Like, the anticipation of death is worse than death itself. You never really get what you think you're going to get. Sometimes when you think a situation is going to be really bad, it turns out to be really good. In this case, maybe you think it'll be prosperous and it turns out really negative and it's a poor situation. Or you might think it's going to be a really poor result and it ends up to be a very good or prosperous situation. So fate's funny like that, Fortune's wheel's ever turning. So you really don't know what you're going to get. But there's that old expression, be careful what you wish for, you will surely get it. So think about what you want. And if you find yourself coveting the red crayon, maybe take a step back and think, A, do I need it? B, do I just want it because my friend has it? Or C, maybe just be confident and happy that you're happy for your friend that they have the thing. And I guess if not, you could always stalk them and steal it from them. Just kidding. Anyhow, if you liked what you heard, check us out at eclecticcollectionpodcast.com or follow us on your preferred platform. I'm Terry Chinaglia. Thanks for listening.